everybody. Today we are going to discuss the concept of ecofeminism. Ecofeminism, also called ecological feminism, is a branch of feminism that examines the connections between women and nature. Its name was coined by French feminist Francois Ruben in 1974. Ecofeminism uses the basic feminist tenets of equality between genders and a revaluing of non-patriarchal or non-linear structures. To these notions, ecofeminism adds both a commitment to the environment and an awareness of the associations made between women and nature. This philosophy emphasizes the ways both nature and women are treated by patriarchal society. Ecofeminists examine the effect of gender categories in order to demonstrate the ways in which social norms exert unjust dominance over women and nature. The philosophy also contends that those norms lead to an incomplete view of the world, and its practitioners advocate an alternative worldview that values the earth as sacred, recognizes humanity's dependency on the natural world, and embraces all life as valuable. Ecofeminist critics noted that women and nature were often depicted as chaotic, irrational, and in need of control, while men were frequently characterized as rational, ordered, and thus capable of directing the use and development of women and nature. Ecofeminists contend that this arrangement results in a hierarchical structure that grants power to men and allows for the exploitation of women and nature, particularly insofar as the two are associated with one another. Early work on ecofeminism consisted largely of first documenting historical connections between women and the environment and then looking for ways to sever those connections. One founder of ecofeminism, theologian Rosemary Ruther, insists that all women must acknowledge and work to end the domination of nature if they were to work toward their own liberation. She urged women and naturalists to work together to end patriarchal systems that privilege hierarchies, control, and unequal socio-economic relations. Ruther's challenge was taken by feminist scholars and activists who began critiquing not only ecological theories that overlooked the effect of patriarchal systems, but also feminist theories that did not interrogate the relationship between women and nature as well. By the late 1980s, ecofeminism had grown out of its largely academic nature and became a popular movement. Many scholars cite the feminist theories in striking as the cause of that popularization. In 1987, King wrote an article titled "What is Ecofeminism?" that appeared in The Nation. There, she challenged all Americans to consider the ways in which their belief systems allow for the exploitative use of the earth and further oppression of women. With the help of King's article, the concept of ecofeminism gives both in support and philosophical scope. As ecofeminism continued to develop, it witnessed the first of several splinterings. By the late 1980s, ecofeminism had begun to branch out into two distinct schools of thought: radical ecofeminism and cultural ecofeminism. Radical ecofeminists contend that the dominant patriarchal society equates nature and women in order to degrade both. To that end, radical ecofeminism builds on the assertion of early ecofeminists that one must study patriarchal domination with an eye toward ending the associations between women and nature. Of particular interest to those theories is the ways in which both women and nature have been associated with negative or commodifiable attributes, while men have been seen as capable of establishing order. That division of characteristics encourages the exploitation of women and nature for cheap labor and resources. Cultural ecofeminists, on the other hand, encourage an association between women and nature. They contend that women have a more intimate relationship with nature because of their gender roles. For example, roles like family nurturer and provider of food, and their biology, for example, menstruation, pregnancy, and lactation. As a result, cultural ecofeminists believe that such associations allow women to be more sensitive to the sanctity and degradation of the environment. They suggest that this sensitivity ought to be prized by society insofar as it establishes a more direct connection to the natural world with which humans must coexist. Cultural ecofeminism also has roots in nature-based religions and goddess and nature worship as a way of redeeming both the spirituality of nature and women's instrumental role in that spirituality. Some of the new branches of ecofeminism are vegetarian ecofeminism, materialist ecofeminism, and spiritualist ecofeminism. Vegetarian ecofeminism extends beyond ecofeminism because it believes that the way in which humans exploit and kill non-human animals should be distinctly recognized, and that the oppression of humans is linked to the oppression of non-human animals. Ecofeminism as materialist is another common dimension of ecofeminism. A materialist view connects some institutions such as labor, power, and property as a source of domination over women and nature. There are connections made between these subjects because of the values of production and reproduction. This dimension of ecofeminism may also be referred to as social feminism, socialist ecofeminism, or Marxist ecofeminism. Spiritual ecofeminism is another branch of ecofeminism and is particularly popular among ecofeminist authors such as Starhawk, Rain Eisler, and Carol J. Adams. Starhawk calls this an earth-based spirituality which recognizes that the earth is alive and that we are an interconnected community. Spiritual ecofeminism is not linked to one specific religion, but is centered around values of caring, compassion, and non-violence. One of the important works related to ecofeminist theory is the Ecofeminism, written by Maria Mais and Vandana Shiva. The book views the dominant stream of modern science as a projection of Western men's values. The privilege of determining what is considered scientific knowledge has been controlled by men and for the most part of history restricted to men. Another important work written by Vandana Shiva is Staying Alive, Women, Ecology and Development. In this book, Vandana Shiva glorifies the Vedic period of Indian history for its emphasis on symbiotic values.